Hey guys, my name is Mike Kubera, still in the hotel today, but my name is Mike Kubera. Today we're talking about Bitcoin, why it hit $8,000. It actually peaked at $8,000.40 on Bitfinex, but the global average was $7,997. So this was a new record. We're going to go into it, so stay tuned. I hate that I have to record this video for a second time because the first time my mic was a little pooping. But anyways, so pretty much there's multiple reasons why Bitcoin went up in the first place and why it had a little bit of a pullback right after peaking. Because first of all, every time it peaks, there's some people who are like, yay, and they want to sell. So I know multiple people who have made millions of dollars off of Bitcoin, and $8,000 was their last point. I don't know if they're still holding a little bit or if they sold everything, but I know for sure there's people out there around this world that are done. They don't care. Like, they're not that greedy. They have millions of dollars. They can buy Lamborghinis. They can buy a beautiful house. They can buy literally anything they want. So at that point, they sell everything, or like 90%, and if the rest keeps going up, they don't care about it because they're set for the rest of their life. The money that they have, they can reinvest into whatever at that point, into their own business, into other low-risk areas, into houses. They're fine. Now, there's also people who would be just getting into Bitcoin, and there's still some time for them to turn into millionaires if they've never heard about Bitcoin. But it's a little too late to invest in Bitcoin, in my opinion, and that's because it keeps going higher and higher, and the more it increases, the less money you're able to make with it. So the people who are selling are the ones who purchased it probably when it was at like $300 or $500 or $1,000 or $5,000, and they're fine taking the profit, converting into fiat currency, or they take the profit and they throw it into other altcoins. So currently, right at the time of making this video, I checked, Bitcoin is at $7,850, Ethereum's approaching 332, and the market cap for all cryptocurrencies is approaching 232 billion. Now, it's the most it's ever been, and that's crazy. Some people predict it could hit 300 billion before the year is up. So there's multiple things going on. Currently today, GDAX and Coinbase, they're pretty much the same thing. They have closed their exchange. Well, you're still able to trade, but you're not able to deposit or withdraw. Those are suspended. They have been since 5 in the morning Eastern time, and that'll probably be up for the next 24 hours. So alongside that, there's other exchanges due to the fact that SegWit2x has been canceled. Multiple CEOs have signed that contract. That was a little bit ago. It was planned for the 16th, 17th. It really was planned for today, the Friday. And yeah, so it's not supposed to go through, but there's still some people, there's still some miners, a minority that are believed they'll try and go with it anyways. And at that point, I mean, there will be a hard fork, sort of. People don't want to support it, but like, you have to be prepared either way because there's money at risk. So there's money to be made, but there's also money that can be lost, and it's just normal. The exchanges have to go through with it anyways, take the necessary precautions. So that's one of the biggest news, but it is canceled. So if the miners go through with it anyways, they don't have a lot of support. People don't really care about it. The prices went up. Also, the CME, I did talk about this. It's from my hometown, Chicago. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange, one of the oldest in the world, has decided that Bitcoin futures will be sold by the end of this year. Now, some people predict, oh, okay, that's going to be like Q1 most likely, because usually when giant companies such as Amazon as well has been mentioning that they would like to incorporate Bitcoin and the CME, well, they probably want to get it out as fast as possible. It's not one of their priorities. And usually when they say it's like in the works, it's in the plans, they're thinking probably Q1. Now, even though they did say they promised at the end of the year, I don't think Amazon did, but CME did. There's just a bunch of other things where could be problems, and this is slow. It's not like it's going to happen tomorrow. Even if it is at the end of the year, it's at the end of the year, like probably around the holidays. But apart from that, there's also some other things going on where it's Thanksgiving next week and people are coming home to be with their families. Bitcoin's up 24/7 for trading. It's not like, you know, NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange where it shuts down. There's limited hours and, you know, people come, you know, to trade. It's up 24/7. So people get home, they have their paychecks, they're ready to spend, they want a gift. There's I'm sure there's some gifts going on with Bitcoin. That's not huge, but all these little things, you know, people want to spend. They have their Bitcoin credit cards ready. They want to go and just purchase as much from merchants. Merchants are like, well, we want to make more money, so we're going to support Bitcoin, we're going to support Ethereum, we're going to support cryptocurrencies. And over the next month, as we see like Kwanzaa, as we see Christmas and New York, I mean, not New York, NYE, New Year's Eve, and I forgot the Jewish holiday, but anyways, there's a bunch of holidays coming up. People are coming over, and there's money to be spent. So Q4 could possibly see Bitcoin go up to $9,000. I'm still sticking with the fact that it's always easier to earn Bitcoin, and then you're able to sell it at 10% or 20% above. So even though it's at 8,000, I'm certain there's people buying at $9,000 or $10,000, and that's tricky to get profit from at that point. Anyways, also, if you are one of those few who are like, well, Bitcoin now is approaching like $8,000, and I could have bought it $7,700. Mike, see, it's because of you. I didn't make like $300 profit on my $7,700. First of all, there's fees, so it probably would have been like $250 profit, because fees buying, fees selling, fees trading, fees going through from one wallet to another, fees for the exchanges. Anyways, so yeah, like wow, $250. Congrats, you probably could have weighed way more if you just earned and resold at a higher value. Now, if you resold at a higher value, that's fine. That doesn't count as investing. If you're buying and reselling at a higher value, that's cool. That's a completely different business, though. So that I support. You're able to purchase Bitcoin at that point. Like, whatever. You're able to purchase it at $10,000 as long as you're able to sell it for a higher price. Profit at the end of the day. That's all that matters, right? But there are people purchasing Bitcoin at $10,000, and it's only going to keep going up. So as Bitcoin goes up, but there will be a correction, there will be a pullback, because eventually, you know, there's going to be too many people who just don't care about making more money, or they have enough Bitcoins where they're able to sell off 50%, and those giant orders of 200, 250, 300, 500 Bitcoins going boom within like 10 seconds, they will appear. And they will create giant resistance towards the normal buyers. But there's still plenty of more regions coming out, plenty of more markets. Something to think about as well is China. China has been limited since September of this year. They're not able to participate in cryptocurrencies really in ICOs, and usually they have in the past couple of years. And whenever Chinese New Year came around, we saw that Bitcoin dropped, and then when it came back up, there was a lot of activity. That's going to be not happening this year. Like, there's going to be some effects, of course. I mean, if Chinese investors go abroad and all that, but you just got to keep all these different things in mind. Anyways, congratulations to all the people that made money. And Bitcoin is at $8,000. It could have hit $9,000 before the year is done. Maybe it could have hit even $10,000. But you have to realize that with each $100 it increases, you're able to look at the market depth, and there's plenty of people who want to sell, plenty of people who don't care. But there's plenty more people who want to purchase, so it's kind of like a back and forth game. Anyways, my name is Mike, or Kubera. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. We shall see you pretty soon in Mexico. I might be taking a flight to Vancouver. This is exciting. The future of cryptocurrencies is crazy, so stay